It's Angeline here, a lot later on in the day. So our package finally arrived. It's our GreenStalk. So I'm gonna get it, unbox it, get it set up, but we're not gonna plant any plants today. So let's get started. Hopefully this is a quick one. It's, as you can see, it's a golden hour. We're gonna get our soil mixed in, stack it in, or we'll maybe just unbox it. Let's see. Let's see how far we get. Thank you all for joining, and today is a good day to garden. So the team is not here. So today's just Angeline, no team. They are inside enjoying their lunch. It was a very cold, rainy day. Not cold, but it was rainy. There was a little storm, and we got outside set up. There we go. And our key lime plant fell down, but we had all the seedlings in, so they didn't get disturbed too much by the rain. But let's get our plants this unboxed. They're rooting for us. When I saw this color, I was like, this color is so gorgeous. It's so pretty. So let's start unboxing. Of course, we start with our lid. It's so pretty. Nice and yellow. Our top watering basket, also really cool. We're working our way backwards. We got a few things extra. So we got the magazine. So we're gonna read the magazine later. I got this calendar, this planner. I just got it to get the free shipping. And we got some instructions that usually come. I guess something about how to make lemons. Sorry for the fighter jet in the background. And then a thank you for the blueberry lemon. Let's see what seeds we got this time. Because we got a lot of basil, we got parsley. Let's see what we got this time. Looks like carrots. Looks like carrot fingerlings. But that's cool. Some carrot fingerling seeds. And our stickers. This is what I use to let me know that which direction the sun is for the ones inside. So we got our little stickers here. We got our water distributors. And we got our tiers. Let's see if we get our tiers out a different way. Try to get them all out together. Let's take them out like this. So we got one. So handle is holding us back. Two. There we go. We got all of our tiers in here. And then we're ordered a little leaf tier. Now I'm looking through it. I wonder if there's a water reservoir for the leaf tier that I ordered. So we'll see how this goes. So we're going to get this set up. Hopefully quickly and easily. This is where we're going to be setting it up here. We're going to put our first one down. So we have the spinner set up for the other one. We're not going to do any planting today, so we're just going to be adding in our mixture, our food, and our mixture and our, where is it? Our castings, all that type of stuff. So we're going to get our little healthy mixture, soil mixture done. So hopefully this goes quick. So we have our first level, and what I'm going to do is make a mixture in every level. So our first thing we're adding is our organic potting mix. So we're going to put that in. Let's say as our base, but we're putting it in first. We got a bag here. Open it up. Shake some in. very deep pockets here. Again, we're not filling it up because we are making a mixture. We got some of that. We got a little shovel here. Oops. To put it in. Then we're gonna put some of our potting mix, some of our moisture control. That's my favorite one to use in general. I use the moisture control a lot. So we're gonna mix our moisture control in. Where is scissors? I was gonna put some cocoa cure in, but I didn't set it. I'm gonna go still get it. You know what I think I might do? I might just mix it in on the leaf level. And put a little bit of our moisture in. Our moisture control. So we're mixing it in. Let's open it up so this goes a little quicker. This soil is a lot more moisturized than the others. So I really like this one. So we got that in. Just make sure the hole isn't covered. The hole in the center get covered a little bit. Give you guys a little close up of what's happening. A little closer view of our mixing. And then over here we have some of the generic potting soil that I use. It's a lot drier. That's why I like the other two more than this one's very dry. Lots of wood chips. Not the best quality, but I just mix it in. So we're gonna get some of this one in, just to top it off. Again, sometimes I just put my finger to cover the little hole up and shake it in. And we want it to go out towards where the leaves are. Well, where the container is, the leaves are. So up there. There we go. That's really where it needs to be filled up. Before I fill it up, however, I'm going to put some of my food and my castings in. So let's get the castings right here. I have all my seedlings. I keep bumping them, so let's move them over. I did take out the castings and put them down here. Now I can't find them. Ugh. All right, did I cover them with the leaves? No. All right. Okay, so I took out all the things I needed, put them out. Now I can't find, hopefully nobody moved them. This is what happens as time goes on. I didn't put it down here. Oh, here it is. Okay. So here are my two additional foods that I'm mixing in. So we have a little bit of food, slow release, and then we do our castings to enhance the soil itself, the quality of the soil. So I kind of mix that in. Then let's mix that in. Give it a good mix. Just well spread out. I'm not going to be planting any of our seedlings in today because it's very late in the day. The sun is quite setting already, so we're just putting it together. Our seedlings are here in the morning. I'll plant them in and decide what I'm putting in because I haven't really decided what I'm putting in here. And as well as I have some things in our indoor hydroponic garden. And in that garden, we have a lot of things to be thinned. So the plants that are going to be thinned are also going to go in here as well. As you see, I moved everything out towards the side. Then I'll just pour towards the middle. and go from there to the half bag here. Just pour towards the middle. Again, I just put my finger over the hole. We're just going to empty this bag out. Try not to mess up the place too much because I went to a lot of trouble to get it clean. So we got this bag done. And we're having a party. I'm going to put a little bit more of our moisture mix. Ah, mosquito was biting me. So we got our moisture mix. I really love the moisture mix. And it has the perlite mixed in over the regular potting mix. Alright, so I put a lot in here. And then, as I usually do, I have to remind myself, leave room for the water container. So let's, again, move it out towards the edge. You want to make sure everything's nice and loose. And then you put your water reservoir on top. So this is where the water leaks through to water them. There we go. Then we move on to the next one. Very, very easy. Simple to put together. On top, this goes on top here. But let's just get this in. So you make sure that they line up. The little hook things. And then make sure they all clip in. So they're all in. And just turn it so I can see. Make sure everybody's clipped on. Yep, they're all clipped on. And then we follow our same process again. This one is in front, so I'm going to use it. So I have to block this hole with my finger. Just pour it on. Let's see if it stays on there. There we go. It's a lot easier. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about the hole. I'm going to put them to the side. Now I like to get my fingers dirty. We got one. We got our organic potting mix here. So we got moisture. We got our little higher quality organic mix with some compost in it. We have our slow release. We're just going to put a little slow release in. And then we're going to put in our casting blend. Yeah, on the top one, I'm going to mix in the cocoa cure, the cold cure. The reason why I'm not doing it right now is because you have to add like water for it to expand, and I didn't do that pre us here. I kind of went out for a little while, and then the package came. So this is, as soon as we got the package, I was so excited. I had planned it. They said they were coming earlier. They didn't come earlier, but they came around now, so we're fine. So we do our little mixing. Get everything mixed in. And just put in our, there we go. That made things a lot more easier. Because that hole's where the water goes down. You don't want soil or anything getting in there. Like that. Get our soil in. And then let's get our regular potting. So if we, just looking at it, you can see the difference between this one and the others. The moisture control with the perlite and the other ones, the organic mix and some of the others as well. You're supposed to have it up to this line here. That's how high you're supposed to fill the soil. Um, and even when you fill it that high, sometimes after you water it, goes down a little. So it's good to fill it all the way up, especially here. And then of course, you can always add more soil, with the plant in there. Now moving it around is, we have our cup here, so that will go back this way and give us room for our water. There we go. Our water tray. Try to keep the water tray empty. Make sure all the holes, give it a little shake. Make sure all the holes are exposed and clear. There we go. Let's go for our next level. Line them up. Just line them up. Make sure they're snapping in. Well, they don't really snap, but they're all in. It goes on the outside of the other one. I guess when we get to the next level, we'll be able to see a lot closer because we are more closer to the top. All right, and then, so this is our top one here. Put our cup back, prevent things from falling in the hole. Yeah, so we have a lot of plants to choose from of what we're gonna plant in here. And we have a lot of plants in our garden that are either too big, that we would like to move to the garden, or that need to be thin. All right, so let's start here. We finished our other moisture one already. So we have several of those. Take this down. We got our organic compost. So it's basically the same steps over and over. Some of these plants, I keep bumping into them, but they're right behind me. Some of them up here. Our pepper plant that we just planted here the other day is doing so well. The leaves are so large. It's doing just phenomenal. All right, let me clean up some of the extra packages we have. Oh, there's just stuff in it. To get them out of the way. Right now I'm using the smaller bags. So they're easier to lift. But the smaller bags, you have to use more. Whereas the quartz size, the larger size, you can use less. So let's get this one in here. This is a nice, small, easy to manage size. So it's up to you whether you want easy to manage size or go for the quart one. So yeah, when we get to the quart one, I'm gonna probably be scooping it up with another plant pot. They're in there fussing each other. You can hear them. The team's inside. I guess they're eating their soup. Things aren't going as smoothly with the soup. Well, so this one we got a lot in here. I need to mix it. We definitely need to get our food in here, and we need to get our, what do you call it again, in here also. We need to get food, and we need to get castings. Let's get some more casting. Yeah, I'm gonna do cocoa here on the top. Every time I get to this part, I'm like, oh, I wanted to. This casting part is solid. Excuse me. Just mix a little bit in here. Let me do our little mix. Get our mixing in. Get it down. Fully mixed. Yeah, so I'm gonna make a chart tomorrow and figure out which seedlings I want in. Definitely some of the peppers. I want things in here that possibly we could use here the winter. They could be overwintered, or we could cross cover them for the winter. So I would like those growing inside. And then I'm going to decide what I want. Some of these pepper plants, I like to put them in a pot so I can bring them inside. Um, so as you see, look, I did a little mixing and they all came down. Oh, is that a bee? The bee likes the yellow. Oh, it's a fly. So I saw this come and I was like, oh my goodness. Very, very fluffy. Try not to pat it in too much. I just lightly pat it in. Our team has came. Hello. How are you doing? All right. All right. So our team has came to join us. Let's lift this a little bit. Let's keep on. Let's put it in our generic. Uh-oh. They're not having fun with each other. All right, so this bag is done. Oh, no, it's not finished. They're getting their little fuss on together. Let's put this one down. And then we're going to add a little bit more of the moisture, because the moisture is the one I have the most of. And not too much more, because we have to remember, put our water. There we go. All right, so let's get our water reservoir. Cap it off. So yeah, so interesting. Well, let me drop this here. Put this one here. I think I have to get another water. So I ordered the leaf size to put on top, and it doesn't have a reservoir. But then I was like, does the leaf need a reservoir? Let's see. Yes, it would be this, and this, and then the leaf. But there's nothing between the leaf and the other one. So we're gonna have to get another water container in between and the regular. It's okay. I know the time, so we are moving up higher. This is when we need the lighter bag. But alas, we are here. The light bags are finishing. This is a 25 quart bag. Very easy to lift. The other size bags are a workout. All right, now let's get our organic mixture in. Organic mix in there. Try to clean as we go. Doing a little clean as we go. Of course, it's the same steps. We put it in. I said earlier, now I have to open the bigger bags. So the bigger bags use the little pots to scoop it in. Because the bigger bags are much more larger and massive. So this is the yard. 2 cubic feet. That's what it is. The cubic feet size. And that size, it's like impossible for me until it's half empty. So I manually, I get some things that I can lift up with. So I get another plant pot and kind of just let me get my other plant pot so I can start scooping in the soil. Takes a little long. Takes a lot long. Get the top open. Bag. Let's get our bucket it in. Way through this. Pressed in the soil. It's not as light right now. There we go. Break some of these pieces up. Sun really coming in. Our golden hour today is really golden. So as you may have noticed, most of my lives are done very early in the morning. But I really, really want to take this one out of the box and look at it and see how it came. Good thing I did, because now I know I need another water reservoir. And getting it in here. So this our mixture. Like making a lasagna, layer upon layer upon layer. We're layering up our lasagna, our GreenStalk lasagna. Got a little mix it. So even just mixing it is making it settle. Do our little mix. Get some more in our bucket here. Again, if you don't fill all the way to the top, it's okay, because you can always, add some extra soil in, like this, to these other sections. So, like in between the layers, if I can aim you guys down a little layer. Need 2 hands to aim it. There we go. So in between the layer, you can always take the shovel and then add some more in that way. So the last layer is always the trickiest, because this is when you come to the decision of, should I fill it at the bottom and lift it up? Should I just put it on and then bend down every 2 to reach? So I just use my little container here. Water holder. So this is our top layer for today. We are short a reservoir, a water reservoir, to add our final top layer. So this is going to be our top layer just for today. Let me move back a little bit so you guys can see how it has been. Whoops, I tripped over the box. How it's been coming out. Give you a wider view. So it's very pretty. It's very yellow. They did very good. I really like this color. I was doing neutrals, but since this color came out, I loved it a lot. So this, our final look would be this one on top, and then our water reservoir, and then our fancy lid. Let's see how that looks. Looks very pretty. However, we need a water reservoir, and our top layer, this one here, these are we're gonna dissolve some coconut in it. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. I'm gonna leave it right here, and we're gonna do that together. But first, let's fill. Well, we'll just do that together. So let me go get my coconut stuff, and then the only thing about the coconut is that, so as you can see, everything's been falling. Is that once we do the coconut one, we have to let it sit. So I'm gonna just mix it in right now and let it sit so you guys can see how you make it. It comes like in a block. So let's go get one of the blocks and get some water. This is the coconut pure block. That's what it looks like. So it comes in a block, it's dried out, grown material. So that's the block that it comes in. Let me bring you guys a little lower so you can see it. There's different kinds. Every kind you get comes in a block like this. You add water, it expands. See, I chipped off a piece of the block to use in the past, but now we're about to use some more. So let's get it opened up. So this is 2 cubic feet. 2 cubic feet, just for amount of measurement, this is 2 cubic feet. This big bag full is 2 cubic feet. So it's the same amount as in this big bag in this small block here. But it expands once you add the water. So I'm going to make the mixture directly in there if I can get it broken. So let's give it a shot. Let's give it a try. All right, where is my scoop thing? And let's see if we can get it broken. Last time I had to get assistance for this. See, look, but the person who helps, will not be the first time. Yeah, this is solid. Let me go get the hammer. I picked up a hammer. It was the wrong type of hammer. I need something a lot more heavier. We'll see if we can get it broken with this. Use a knife. It's very compact. let's see how much this is. So one of the issues we're having, we're gonna have this second. I think I can't do it in this. The water's gonna drip out the bottom. I just realized that. Let me put something under it to catch it. If not, I'm probably gonna have to do it in a smaller container. Is this big enough? No, let's get one of those clear. It's not gonna absorb all of it immediately. So I'm gonna have to make the mixture, I guess, in here. And see if we get enough. This already has some soil in it. It's fine because I'm gonna be mixing it with some other. I'm gonna be making my mixture with it. So pretty much what happens is it absorbs really quickly, like instantly, and breaks apart. Very good growing medium. I do like to mix it in. It does dry out very quickly if not mixed properly. So when I use it, I don't like it to be the only one. As you can see, it has dried out immediately, which is why I was just gonna. And of course, I don't put this much water all the time. I'm putting this much water now because even the piece I broke off, I know I'm going to be making more of it. You kind of just break it apart. As you break it apart, it absorbs more. But I'm adding this in as a mixture. I'm going to be mixing it in with our regular stuff usually. So as you can see, it's absorbing the water. So because of the drainage holes, I was like, oh, this is not going to work. Because it's going to drain right out and never get a chance to absorb the water. I'm just going to add a lot more. So of course, this is only making this much. And we need to make that much. Or a good amount to mix in with the soil. I find that it does dry out very easily. So when I mix it in with soil, I try to make a decent amount. Let's add some more. So this is another growing medium that you can use. The one as you can see, I've seen a lot more water, and the reason is because I know I'm going to continuously add it. So you're not supposed to add this much water. You want to make it to a soil consistency. Because I know I'm going to break off more of this block to mix in, I keep on. I add a little more water than what is needed. But you leave it a little while and see how it turns. It's going to keep absorbing until it reaches its soil texture. Just like to mix that in. So this is how you mix. I say cocoa pure, but it's coconut K-or is the proper word to say it. Chip off a little piece. There we go. So you see now I'm not adding in any more water. Just adding it in. This is a very breathable material. Very breathable medium. Breaking off pieces. We're going to use this to mix with our medium. Okay, so now my definitely got hands dirty today. Okay, so we got our coconut cure mixed in. That's our consistency and our texture for it. We're gonna mix that in our top level over here with our moisture blend. Put our lid on and call it a day. So let me just show you guys our last 2 levels for today. This is gonna be our reservoir and the level I just mixed the cocoa cure for. I like to put the lid on, even if it's inside. I like the lid. I think the lid's pretty. It just looks nice, and you don't have to worry about any animals hanging out in there, any birds nesting. People are just coming to have a drink. So I like to put the water reservoir on top. I'm not giving this a water tonight because again, I have to get the map out what plants we're putting in. And we have so many seedlings, so many little plants, so many plants inside that need to be thinned. So we are definitely going to wait. You gotta sleep on it. Make a good decision. All right, so let's mix our last set in. This one we are going to be mixing. We are mixing with our coconut cure that we just put together. Let me get some of that organic stuff in here as well. This is a big 2 cubic feet. That's a lot of feet. Let's go get our organic bag. These small bags are very easy to move around and maneuver. So it makes things a lot more easier. Let's cover our watering hole. I always use the original size. This is the first time I even got a leaf extension. So we're gonna see how it goes. You can see when it's the smaller bag to lift it up. Oops. We almost halfway back. Tomorrow we gotta come and clean up again. But it's okay. Let's get these under the table. Here our last drop of slow release. Casting. So even if you don't do the highest quality of soil, you can always use it as a base and then build it up with some components to improve the quality of the soil that you're using. Looks like we built up our soil here. All right, so this is our coconut cure. It adds a lightness. So right now it's wet, but it's gonna dry. It adds a lightness to the soil, making it easier for potted plants to grow. It's very good. I use it a lot inside. Material. It does very well with indoor potted plants. And I use it with my citrus. I mix it with some of my citrus plants as well. Let's get this mixed in. moisture control. That's the actual name of it, is moisture control. I like to use a moisture control. Again, it's less woody than the other potting mix. The other potting mix has a lot of sticks and wood. The wood tends to release things over time, which, I mean, one season is fine, but it's not good over time with the pH level. This is the pH level as the wood itself breaks down. So I like to give it a little mix. It's a good base. You just mix it in. Okay, and then where's our top level? And then our top level. So we are gonna come back. This is something different. I don't remember if there being a clip. Let me go look at the other one to see what the top level looked like. I guess it was. So I was like, I don't remember the top level going on like that, but it did. And I act like this was 100 years ago. This was just the other day. So we have our yellow. Let me clip it in. You can see it has a clip here to put them into. And then the other thing I want to show you guys was the connections. This is how you make sure they're all clipped in like this. These are on the outside. This goes on the inside. It doesn't really clip, but it kind of locks in. That's a better word. They're all locked in. These are clearly not locked in because I was interested to see that. So let's get these locked in. And we have to investigate adding our leaf layer, which is a little shorter later, because there's no reservoir in the middle. And I believe it needs a reservoir. So we're gonna probably have to order a reservoir or see if it was supposed to come with a reservoir and get back. Because this is the first time I'm doing the leaf. I always do deep pockets, so I'm free to plant as much and as deep as I would like. So let's get these in, clipped in. Very easy, simple, and there we go. We put together our GreenStalk planter, vertical planter, in one afternoon as the sun sets. Thank you very much for joining. I've been Angeline Verdant. That's Angeline Verdant. Thank you very much for joining. For more information on what we did here today, you can visit our website at avgardening.com, and to see more behind the scenes, in the bushes, and more information on gardening, like how we did this live, you can join our Patreon at, again, the same, Angeline Verdant. I'm Angeline Verdant everywhere on social media. That's Angeline, last name Verdant. Thank you very much for joining, and stay green always. And I will touch base with you guys next time, where we'll put some plants in this GreenStalk. But goodbye for now, and stay green always. Bye.